Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about the Premier Alliance's new network for 2026 and the trends in the shipping industry that can be observed from it. With 2025 drawing to a close, the shipping industry is already seeing active preparations for the coming year, 2026. The focus of today's discussion is the Premier Alliance, which consists of 1. Ocean Network Express, RHMM, and Yang Ming. According to a December 18th article in the Journal of Commerce, the Premier Alliance is reinforcing its shift to a hub-and-spoke model by reducing the number of port calls on its Asia-Europe routes in its revised 2026 network. Specifically, they are implementing a very drastic change by narrowing the ports included in the rotation to as few as 5 on some routes. According to analysis by Alphaliner, this new network is scheduled to be sequentially introduced starting from April next year, with several direct calls to major ports on the Asia side being deleted. Instead, they will utilize transshipment at Busan Port in Korea and connect to ports like Kaohsiung, Xiamen, and Japan's Tokyo, Kobe, and Nagoya via feeder vessels. For example, the FE1 loop on the Asia-North Europe route will have a very simple structure, calling at only 5 ports: Laem Chabang, Sai Mep, Singapore, Rotterdam, and Hamburg. Similarly, the FE4 loop is planning to limit its Asian port calls to just Shanghai and Busan. So why is the Premier Alliance dramatically reducing the number of port calls? Let's analyze the reasons based on the information in the article and the overall industry trend. The biggest reason is the recovery of schedule reliability. To be frank, the current schedule reliability of the Premier Alliance is not at a satisfactory level for shippers. According to data from Soneta, the Premier Alliance's on-time performance rate dropped from 36% in the first quarter of 2025 to 22% in the third quarter. Furthermore, the average delay days have doubled from 2.7 days at the start of the year to 5.2 days in the fourth quarter. In contrast, looking at their competitor, Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd's Gemini Cooperation, they have adopted a thorough hub-and-spoke strategy, recording a very high reliability figure of 88.6% for September and October, according to Sea Intelligence data. This means that the Premier Alliance has been compelled to adopt a strategy similar to the Gemini model, reducing port calls and increasing transshipments at major hub ports. The fewer the port calls, the lower the risk of being caught in port congestion, and the easier it is to recover. Now let's make some predictions about what this change will mean for the future. First, we can say that schedule reliability is likely to improve. As Soneta's chief analyst, Peter Sand, points out, reducing port calls is one of the surest ways to improve punctuality. The probability of cargo arriving on schedule is expected to increase from 2026 onwards. However, for Japanese shippers, managing lead time and connection risk will become more crucial. As mentioned earlier, direct calls to Tokyo and Kobe will decrease, and feeder transport via Busan will increase. This means that even if the main vessel's mothership schedule stabilizes, there may be waiting times due to feeder connections or the risk of connection failures. Rollovers. Going forward, the industry-wide trend will increasingly emphasize overall network stability over the convenience of direct services. Shippers will need to select based on factors including which shipping company is adopting the hub-and-spoke model on which routes, and what the capacity of those connection ports is. Today, I discussed the shipping industry's efficiency strategy as seen through the Premier Alliance's network change. That's all for today. Thank you very much.